In the year 2040, a highly advanced Martian military fleet moved into position above Earth, fully prepared to initiate a global takeover. Earth avoided this destruction because a collection of children's nursery rhymes confused the invaders enough to send them into a panic. The mission failed because the Martian leadership relied on assumptions rather than evidence, creating an intelligence collapse that ended the war before it even started. A superior military fleet proved ineffective when the commander lacked the basic context needed to understand what he was looking at. Commander-in-Chief Think Tank views himself as a supreme intellectual, though his actual focus rarely shifts away from his own reflection in the mirror. His assistant Noodle manages the actual logic of the operation. He masks his expertise with extreme politeness, ensuring he never appears more capable than his commander. Think Tank sends a reconnaissance team to Earth's surface to identify tactical weaknesses and gather data on human capabilities. The scout team lands and encounters an environment that matches nothing in their database, the Centerville Public Library. The outcome of the mission depends on how the Martians interpret this room full of books. If they understand what they are seeing, the invasion proceeds. If they misjudge it, the planet stays safe. The scouts discover thousands of physical books, objects with no equivalent in Martian society. They stand among the shelves, unable to determine if these are tools or decorations. Think Tank observes the rigid covers and the pages within and identifies the objects as Earth sandwiches. He concludes that the library is actually an elaborate human refreshment stand. Noodle intervenes by pretending to remember a minor detail, gently suggesting that humans use these objects as communication devices. He presents the idea as a footnote to Think Tank's own brilliance. To read the data, the crew takes chemical vitamins that sharpen their senses. This allows them to begin translating the symbols printed inside the books. The crew spends their time navigating their commander's vanity rather than investigating the planet, forcing them to manipulate his ego just to reach the correct conclusion. The team opens a copy of Mother Goose and transmits the translated nursery rhymes back to the command center. Think Tank interprets the text literally. A cow jumping over the moon is evidence of interstellar agricultural technology. A laughing dog signals biological uplifting for sentient tactical pets. Finally, an illustration of Humpty Dumpty triggers a biometric comparison, geometrically matching the egg-shaped figure to the commander's head. Think Tank views the image of a falling egg as a targeted warning. He concludes that Earth's military is planning to assassinate him and overthrow his leadership. By reading poetry as a series of military blueprints, the Martian command turns a children's book into a source of panic. Convinced Earth is too dangerous to conquer, Think Tank orders an immediate retreat. The Martian fleet breaks formation and accelerates away towards Alpha Centauri. Earth remains entirely unaware of the fleet's presence or the retreat, continuing its day without realizing a library just served as a global defense. Think Tank's inability to look past his own assumptions made it impossible for him to recognize he was looking at a collection of stories. Noodle's success came from his willingness to observe and adjust, while Think Tank's failure was driven by his need to be the most important person in the room. The event shows that a book is only as useful as the person reading it. Without the proper context, even the most basic information can be misinterpreted as a threat. Earth was saved by the Martians' inability to understand a children's story, proving that the ability to interpret information is often more effective than any military force.